Hey everybody, this is Candace Yvette with Black Women Aware. First, I'd like to say thank you to everybody who comes by and supports my page. It really does mean a lot to me. If you all can please press the like or dislike button and subscribe, comment, or even email me if you have any suggestions, questions, or concerns. My email is always going to be in the description box. Again, thank you for visiting my channel. Hey guys, it's Candace Yvette with Black Women Aware. So I had to jump in real quick and give this message. First, I'd like to say thank you. Thank you for visiting my page. Thank you for showing support and being concerned about the injustices that Black women and children face every day in the United States. I really do appreciate your support. You don't know how much that means to me, especially because I myself am a Black woman. I'd also like to put this quick disclaimer out there. Do not come to my page victim shaming or blaming. You will be immediately blocked for that. I do not tolerate it. There is no need for it. And I'm pretty sure you knew what you were saying in the comment before you posted it. So be respectful. Many of the victims, their families come back and they visit this page. I am their advocate. This is their safe space. No disrespect will be tolerated. You all have a good day. I'm going to let you go back into the commentary. Every 5.5 hours in the United States of America, a Black woman or child is murdered. Stop killing Black women. Stop killing Black children. Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Candace Yvette with Black Women Aware, and I am back with another video. Now, in this video, I am going to be covering a missing persons case, and y'all, the rabbit hole got deep on this one. But anyway, without further ado, let's just jump right into this case. Now, this young lady here, her name is Sonjah Kingston. Sonjah Kingston disappeared from Greensboro, North Carolina on or about July 2nd, 2002. At the time of her disappearance, she was 26 years old. Today, she would be about 46. Her height and weight, she's about 5'10" and 150 pounds. It says she's medium complected, but I believe they meant to say she's brown skinned. You know, come on now, she's brown skinned. But anyways, let's just jump right into the circumstances of her disappearance. And y'all, this case, it was like I said, like the rabbit hole, because as I researched Sonjah's disappearance, it was connected to other people who went missing. It was like, it is, y'all will see. We just about to jump into it. I've never had a missing persons case that was connected to so many other, or linked in some way, shape, or form to so many other different missing cases and just criminal activity. So without further ado, let's jump right into this case. So it says 26-year-old Sonjah Nicole Kingston was romantically involved with a major gun smuggler and drug kingpin by the name of Elton Turnbull. Okay, so before we go on, I just want to say that when it says that Elton Turnbull was a gun smuggler and drug kingpin, y'all, they was not playing. Elton Turnbull was not some little fish just well known in Greensboro, North Carolina. Elton Turnbull has a cousin. From what I researched on this case, he has a cousin, and I'll get on that article. I'll read that article to you guys in a minute. But the cousin is well connected to cartels and other international drug traffickers. Okay, so they were not your popular just around the way drug dealer. Okay, this person was internationally pushing drugs and guns. Okay, and he was connected to some very powerful, very dangerous people. Okay, but let's go on. So according to Missing in North Carolina, Sonjah was a drug courier for Elton. Okay, and a drug courier is just somebody who takes the product and they move it and they drop it off at one place and they pick it up at another and what have you. Okay, so in November of 2001, and mind you, she went missing July 2nd, 2002. So about I would say 8 or 9 months before she went missing. Okay, this happened. So in November 2001, Sonjah, 8 or 9 months before she was missing again, she was arrested, okay, with more than a pound of cocaine in her vehicle. Elton bailed her out of jail and hired her a lawyer. According to Missing in North Carolina, Sonjah was facing a maximum of 6 years in the feds. And now, I have never done any criminal activity. I don't have a criminal record myself. So what I'm about to say next is in my own experience. It's just what I heard from people around the way. Even though 6 years does not sound like a lot of time, from what I heard from people who used to live that lifestyle, fed time is the worst kind of time. Okay, so I understand why she didn't just sit back and shut up and take the heat. Okay, I understand what made her flip. Okay, so with that being said, like let's just go on. So yeah, she was facing 6 years in the Fed for being a drug courier. They found a pound of cocaine in her vehicle. According to the Missing in North Carolina, Sonjah was facing a maximum of 6 years in the feds. Her sentence could be reduced if she cooperated with authorities. Okay, so she basically agreed, in hood terms, she agreed to be a snitch and flip a dime on Elton. Okay, allegedly. Okay, Elton never used Sonjah as a drug courier again. Okay, so after that, after she was arrested and caught with drugs in her vehicle, he never used her again. Now, I'm glad I did my research on this case, because other articles about Sonjah made it seem like he never used her again because they were romantically involved. You know, because it states in some articles that they continued their romantic relationship after he decided not to use her again, allegedly not to use her again as a drug courier. But what happened is, I think when she got arrested, they interrogated her, they put the pressure on her, they put the heat on her, and basically he knew, you know, because let's just be honest, if I can talk to y'all in hood terms just for a second, hood niggas, a lot of people misunderstand hood niggas and they think that they stupid. I have never met a hood nigga, especially with the kind of connections that Elton Turnbull had, that was stupid. These type of hood niggas, a lot of them read books, a lot of them study, a lot of them are interested in subjects that a lot of people would think, because of stereotypes, that they wouldn't be interested in, but they are. I've sat down and talked to, in my past, a lot of hood niggas who have done prison time. Again, y'all, this, like, for years I wanted to go into journalism. Again, I used to be a writer and a poet back in my heyday, and I've always loved investigating crimes and everything. Not to get too far off the subject, but I have had a love for investigation and crime and criminal activity, and just studying it and doing writings and things on it for so long that even in my heyday, I used to talk to these people back in the day. I had somebody, a mentor who I knew, who used to go up to prisons and do volunteer work. Okay, but anyways, again, from what I've learned from talking to the ex-drug kingpins who are now in prisons or whatever, they're not stupid people, y'all. A lot of people think they're stupid, and they're far from it. Okay, and I'm throwing that in there because, again, because of other articles I read about this case, people tried to make it seem like Elton just didn't use Sonjah as a courier anymore because that was his significant other at the time. No, that's not why he stopped using her. He stopped using her because he knew, okay, we could probably get this case dropped and thrown out, but the heat really finna be on us now. They finna be watching us, and I don't know if I can really trust you now. Now, I also want to add this in, okay? If you have a so-called significant other, a boyfriend, a lover, friend, whatever, husband, because some of these women end up getting married to these men that's in this type of lifestyle or whatever, and you know about it, that's a big red flag. Okay, being with anybody that's in any criminal activity is a big red flag. But I'm just going to be realistic. I can tell y'all not to get involved with these men all I want to, but some of y'all are still gonna go because y'all are attracted to fast money and an easy lifestyle. But I'm gonna be real with you. Again, because of some of the people I know around the way, and somebody who used to be my mentor, and we used to talk to these men, I know straight up that real people who are like drug kingpins and have lived that crazy life and lived in that underworld, they do not expose people who they really truly give a damn about to this lifestyle. Okay, it's kind of like Jekyll and Hyde. The best example I can give y'all, even though it's a fictional series but it's based on realistic life experience, is the show, the TV series Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad is about, if you haven't seen it, Breaking Bad is about a chemistry teacher who gets diagnosed with lung cancer, and he starts to sell drugs. He becomes a drug trafficker. Okay, and now at the forefront of it, the audience is made to believe that he becomes a drug trafficker because he cannot pay his high medical bills. But he had a friend who he created this company with, and the friend offered him a job with a full health benefit package, and he turned it down. What people were not understanding is the main character, Walter White, he understood and he knew that 9 times out of 10 lung cancer is terminal. You can pass away from it. It's not a lot of curing or a lot of treatments for lung cancer. So what he did is like with the young kids or Drake or whoever, I don't know who came up with it, that term YOLO, you only live once. So he created this alter ego named Heisenberg, and he began to drug traffic. He didn't really do it because he had to go that route to pay for his medical treatment. He did it because he liked it, because all his life he felt controlled by the responsibilities of being a husband and a father. He felt like he couldn't really live his life to the fullest. And if you seen the show, you understand that Walter White, the character Walter White, played by Bryan Cranston, he is very, very intelligent, and this very, very intelligent person has settled for a job that's way beneath him, and he's living a mediocre lifestyle when he could actually be living like Elon Musk, because in the show he's just that intelligent. But one reason why I'm bringing him up is because Walter White, even as the series progressed in his activities, because at first the wife thought, okay, my husband is cheating on me. He was never cheating on her. Walter White was out there pushing that white girl. Hint, hint, drugs. You know, white girl is another term for cocaine, but he really wasn't pushing cocaine. It was meth. But anyways, he never brought it home to his family. Okay, for the longest, he was lying to his wife. He was hiding it. He was switching stuff up. It was scenes where he was acting crazy, and he even had to be admitted to a mental hospital because he protected his family to the fullest. Okay, real drug kingpins, if they really care about you or they have any kind of emotion whatsoever, which is hard for me to believe that anybody in that lifestyle would even involve somebody or get involved with somebody that, you know, they really love, because you know that this lifestyle is crazy. It's every man for himself. It's dog eat dog when you live in that underworld life or whatever, right? So, but anyways, again, Walter White, even when he and his wife was going through a divorce or whatever, even though she ended up finding out about his dealings in the underworld, even up until his last breath, he did everything he could to protect his family from knowing about his lifestyle. Okay, that's not the case with Elton Turnbull. Okay, allegedly from these articles, he involved Sonjah in this lifestyle. Okay, and you have to understand that if it ever comes to a point where you feel like I have to exterminate somebody. I have to terminate somebody because they know too much about my inner dealings in the underworld and the feds is watching. That's not love, y'all. That's not love. It's almost like a seat filler. You're here to keep me company for the moment. That's why I tell women all the time, I know the lifestyle is flashy. I know it's tempting because this individual can pay for and do things that you normally cannot do. But how much is it worth? Is it worth losing your soul to gain a little piece of the world? And I say a little piece because especially for those kingpins who, because I'm gonna be honest, is some people out here walking amongst us who have done criminal activity and just haven't been caught yet. Okay, but most of them, the majority of them get caught, but most of them haven't been caught. But how much are you willing to sell? What portion of your soul are you willing to sell just so you can taste what you think is the good life? You know what I'm saying? Is it really worth it? Okay. Is it really worth it? I remember this mentor, this lady who when we used to go to the prison and speak to these men or whatever and learn about their past history. One of them ended up telling me that one of these drug traffickers from outside the country, like he don't know how he found his house, but he showed up on his porch. Okay, the man tried to get out, like basically like they say in the hood terms, you know, nowadays, he tried to run off on the plug, and the man who he was trying to run from, you know, he thought he was going to be safe in the U.S. because the man who he was trying to run from wasn't from here. And then lo and behold, the man showed up on his porch. Okay. And his wife at the time didn't know who this man was, what have you. Okay, so I'm just trying to stress to y'all, you know, bypass it. Okay, bypass it. Don't get into that lifestyle. Don't do it. Do not do it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. And then you end up losing more than what you gain. Like you into it because, like, let's be honest, most women get involved with drug kingpins because of the materialistic lifestyle and what he can provide for them. But again, is it really worth you getting caught up and something happening to you and you losing your life? You know, so enough of that. I didn't mean to go on that long diatribe, but I had to stress to y'all because a lot of women don't understand, you know, and it be shocking to me because a lot of women don't understand other than the snitching rule, you know, because that's gotten real popular. People like to say, well, one of the rules of the hood is you don't snitch. Well, another rule of the underworld, because I ain't gonna say it's just a rule of the hood. It's not really necessarily a hood rule. It's a underworld rule. Okay. But another rule is you don't shit where you lay your head. Okay. And a lot of people forget that if you're living in an underworld type of lifestyle and your loved ones know about it or whatever, then you don't give a damn about your loved ones, because you know any demon from that lifestyle that you live in can pop up. They can easily connect the dots. Oh, where you live, who your kids is and all. Okay. And that ain't never good. That's fool's move. That's what they call stupid. But let's keep going. Okay. So again, Sonjah had been arrested for a drug charge back in November 2001. Elton got her a lawyer, and after that experience, he never used her as a courier again. Okay. But it says they became romantically involved in this article, but in other articles that I read, it said they continue to be romantically involved. Okay. So, and it also says he supplied her with money. Okay. Again, that could have been a reason why she stayed. Okay. And you have to be careful, because whenever the heat is on you and you done been involved with somebody like this, you may think, oh, well, he got me a lawyer. He still providing for me. Sometimes y'all have to learn how to think with a strategic mind. Sometimes people do that. It's almost like, say, for example, if I had a cow or whatever, and the cow, you know, say I had a farm, you know, and I have to use dumb examples like this because a lot of people don't understand how street people think. Okay. But if, say, you know, just in this example, he probably didn't want her to run or leave or disappear. So of course I'm gonna come off as an angel until I can find out how to get you to disappear, how to exterminate you. So of course I'm gonna make sure I stay down through the first case or whatever, so that I can keep you close, so that they don't hide you in the witness protection program, or that you don't try to run yourself, because I need to keep eyes on you, because baby, I know you probably flipped a dime and you watching me. You can't get fooled by that. Don't get fooled and think, oh, well, he bought her a lawyer and he gave her money and he must have cared for her because he continued on a romantic relationship. It might look like that on the surface, but again, think strategically. A lot of times, men, I don't even want to say a lot of time, I'm gonna say most of the time, I'm gonna say this is a sure fact. Men do not respond to things the way women do. That's where the misunderstanding between men and women come along, because we as women sometimes we'll assume, like, okay, for example, he paid for her lawyer, he stayed down while she was going through that situation, they got romantically involved, and he was still giving her money or whatever, and he never used her as a drug courier again. To some women, especially hood chicks, that's like, oh, you stayed down, you stayed loyal, even though, no. Okay, he trying to make sure you don't disappear. He trying to make sure he can keep eyes on your ass, so he can get rid of the problem, so he can exterminate the problem later. He need to keep eyes on you. But let me keep going, because maybe that's just too much for some people. Y'all don't, get it. But I'm just going to keep going. Sonjah worked as a dancer. Okay, so as she worked as a drug courier, she also worked as a dancer. Okay, in Greensboro, North Carolina, at Sugar Bears, a strip club. She recruited other dancers to be couriers for Elton. Okay, on July 2nd, 2002, Sonjah left her house in Greensboro, North Carolina. Sonjah was driving her dark green 1995 Mazda Protege, as you see pictured here, with the license plates P as in Pam, T as in Tom, L as in Larry, -7712. Sonjah has never been seen or heard from again. Her mother reported her missing a few days later. Okay, Missing in North Carolina reports that an informant told authorities Elton was afraid Sonjah would cooperate with authorities. Didn't I just say that? Didn't I just give y'all a whole spiel about that? And that's why he kept eyes on her. He kept eyes on her for 9 months. She was locked up. She got caught up November of 2001. July 2002, sis came up missing. Okay, and I told y'all the whole 9 months he was plotting on her because he was fearful that maybe you not as loyal as as down as I think you are. Okay, I told y'all that. Some of these articles, I just be want to come through the screen, the YouTube screen, as y'all listening to me talking, be like, didn't I just say it? Didn't I just say it? But anyways, let me keep going. So, according to an informant, and I found out who that informant was, and we're going to read about her as well, because the informant is also another black woman who disappeared. Y'all see what I was saying in the beginning of this video? The rabbit hole just keeps getting deeper. Let's keep going though. So according to the informant, the stripper said Sonjah disappeared when she accompanied Elton to dig up some money or bury some money. Okay, missing from North Carolina reports. Okay, and again, when it says they went to dig up or bury some money, again, going back to my example with the TV series Breaking Bad, even though that's a fictional show, it's still based on realistic stuff. A lot of the scenes towards the end of the whole show, you see the main character Walt and other supporting characters. They're digging up money, they're burying money because they know they cannot put these large amounts of money in banks. Okay, and a lot of big time drug dealers do this. Okay, this is how I know that Elton Turnbull wasn't no small fish. He wasn't just well known in Greensboro, North Carolina, and we gonna get onto that in a minute. So again, other than the informant, Sonjah's disappearance is connected to another missing person. Okay, so it's two other missing persons that Sonjah is connected to. Let's get into it. So it says in 1997, 5 years before the disappearance of Sonjah, 44-year-old Sterling Porter vanished from Greensboro, North Carolina. He was last seen on May 25th of 1997, walking into his home in Greensboro. According to the Charlie Project, shout out to the Charlie Project because they put all of the missing persons cases on their website, and they also differentiate what type of missing person it is. Is this an endangered missing person? What they do. I just like the Charlie's Project. Shout out to them. But anyways, let's go on. According to the Charlie Project, before he vanished, authorities discovered a 9mm firearm that belonged to Sterling. The same firearm was used in a drug-related shootout in Tortola, North Carolina. Okay, another firearm found in that shooting belonged to Elton Turnbull. So, again, I read up on that incident, and the strong gut instinct that I got is because it said that Sterling, it said that Sterling Porter, it said that he did not involve himself in a criminal activity with Elton Turnbull. It says that he never, even though his firearms turned up missing, he never reported them lost or stolen. And again, y'all have to understand, some of these people who live in that underworld, just because they live in the underworld, like some of the stuff you see on TV don't be true. Some people live in the underworld and they know how to hide in plain sight. They still will utilize services like police or whatever. They still would call the police, or sometimes they won't call the police, and I believe with Sterling Porter, I believe he had some connections with Elton Turnbull or whatever, and I believe he knew, like, his firearms did not just come up missing. I believe he knew who took the firearms. He just never reported it because either he was scared of retaliation and or he didn't want the person to get in trouble. So again, I hate to say it, but going back to that fictional series Breaking Bad, there is a episode where an RV is stolen. Okay. And when the feds come down, or the DEA, they come down and they ask the owner of the RV, hey, why didn't you ever report this thing stolen? And the lady says, because that's my son, I didn't want him to get in trouble. Okay. So same thing goes here. It's like fiction is portraying reality. Same thing goes here. A lot of times these people understand and they know what's happening around them, but they won't report it out of fear of retaliation. And with Sterling and with Sonjah, I understand their fear because, again, Elton Turnbull was not no small fish. Okay, he was like up there with Walt White and stuff like that. And if you watch the Breaking Bad series, you know that Walt White wasn't no small fish. But let's keep going. So it says, according to the Charlie Project, I already read that, where it's talking about his firearms and how they came up missing and all. ATF agents questioned Sterling, who told them he knew Elton but denied criminal activity. Again, I wonder how he knew Elton. Were y'all related? How did y'all meet? It doesn't say all of that in this article. But again, the fact that he's like, yeah, I knew him, but, I don't, again, he was trying not to bring the heat down on Elton is what I believe Sterling was trying to do. He didn't want, but again, you have to understand with some of these underworld people, sometimes that no snitching code don't even save you, because you can go and be like, no, I don't know him, or this person didn't do that or whatever. But the fact that you had an encounter at all with the police, they will get rid of you. Okay. So that's why I be telling y'all women, do not get no connection with. It's other ways out here that you can make a lot of money and live a good life without always having to look over your shoulder for the competition or for the law. You know what I'm saying? It's other ways you can go out here and make money. Okay, but let me keep going. So the ATF agents questioned Sterling, who told them he knew Elton but denied any criminal activity. Sterling claimed his Jeep was broken into February of '96, okay, and the gun may have been stolen at that time. 7 weeks after the interview with ATF on May 25th of '97, Sterling vanished. Okay, so after his Jeep was broken into, like a year after his Jeep was broken into, his firearms came up missing. He himself disappeared. Okay, he was supposed to meet with Elton Turnbull that same day. Again, the same name keeps coming up, and whenever you mention this man's name, or anybody tried to tell the police on this person, they were turning up missing or disappearing. Okay, Sterling has never been seen or heard from again. In 2002, Elton Turnbull was arrested on drug charges. He provided evidence and a testimony against other drug dealers in exchange for a lighter sentence. He has never been charged with the disappearance of Sonjah Kingston or Sterling Thomas in an unrelated case in 2004. Okay, now we're getting on an alleged informant. In an unrelated case in 2004, a dancer who worked at Sugar Bear, Samantha Barrymore, vanished. She has never been located. Okay, Sonjah Kingston was 5'10" and weighs 150 pounds when she vanished. Sterling Thomas Porter was 5'7" and weighed 195 when he vanished. But see, they don't put any of Samantha Barremore's description in here. I had to really dig to even find her. I still don't know what happened to her, and we're going to get into that article in a minute. But it goes on to say, for Sonjah Nicole Kingston and Sterling Thomas Porter, if you have any information, please contact the Greensboro Police Department at area code 336-574-4056. Again, and throughout this article, because I don't know if I said it in the beginning, everything other than what I read is my opinion and is alleged. Okay, so I am going to go over to an article that I was lucky enough to find on Samantha Barrymore. Okay, because there's not a lot of information out there on her at all. I don't know if she ever was or was not reported missing. It's almost like she just disappeared off the face of the earth. Okay, now I know a lot of people like to use that terminology when they're talking about missing persons cases, but most missing persons cases, they have a description, they have a date of when the person went missing. I haven't read this article yet, so we'll see what's in it about Samantha Barrymore, but I have not been able to find no flyers or nothing about this dancer. Okay, but let's get into it. So it says, the dancer called Sunshine. What happened to Samantha Barrymore? If you keep living the life you're living in Winston-Salem, you'll end up deceased. Those were the words of instinct spoken by a concerned mother to her daughter, according to the Winston-Salem Journal. 24-year-old Samantha Barrymore was a beautiful young mother with a little girl who worked as an exotic dancer at Sugar Bear's VIP Club on Martin Luther King Drive in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Originally, she was from Lexington. She lived with her boyfriend, Cedric Lemon, in an apartment off Sailors Creek Parkway. She and Cedric met in '99 at a club on Liberty Street called James Walker's Place. Samantha was working as a dancer and Cedric was a bouncer. The couple had a turbulent relationship and Samantha planned on leaving Cedric. I'm sorry, I said Cedric. On the early morning hours of April 6, 2004, Samantha left work at Sugar Bear's in a Willard Cab Company taxi to head home. No one has seen or heard from her since. Samantha did not own a vehicle and her sister often provided her with transportation. When she arrived at Samantha's job on April 8, 2004, so again, Sterling Porter, the man, he went missing in May of 97. Sonjah Kingston went missing July 2nd, 2002. And then you have this dancer who allegedly worked with Sonjah at the time, who goes missing April 8th of 2004. Okay. And her sister is saying, hey, I went to pick her up from work on April 8th, 2004, but Samantha was gone. Her sister went back the following evening and employees advised no one has seen Samantha in a few days. According to the Winston-Salem Journal, Bob Evans was the owner of Sugar Bears. Okay, he remembers seeing Sunshine, Samantha's stage name, leave in a cab. It fitted her because she was always smiling, Bob Evans said, reporting to the Winston-Salem Journal. I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta stop saying the name of that journal. It's tongue-tied me. Some dancers from the club said they saw her arguing with a man in the parking lot. Okay. Her family realized something was wrong. Her family stated she would have never left her daughter, Alexis. The family started searching for her, and when they were unable to locate her that day, they reported Samantha missing. Okay, so they did report her missing on April 10th of 2004. According to the Charlie Project, Cedric said Samantha arrived home the morning of April 6, 2 days before she went missing in 2004, but he told her that he didn't want to get married. He said she left stating she was going to get a newspaper and a place to live. He says she often left him for a short period, and he just assumed this was one of those occasions. We had a few words. We didn't leave on good terms, Cedric said, and he reported it to Winston-Salem Journal. Okay. She has left before and maybe gone and stayed away for a couple days, and I thought this was one of them. He said he realized it was serious after her family came to the apartment. Samantha's family found her belongings packed up in the apartment she shared with Cedric. Her sister Erica found her black dance bag in the apartment. She always took that bag with her. Okay. The family immediately launched a search for Samantha. They posted flyers. Okay, so they did do all of this stuff because I could not find a damn thing about Samantha. Okay. They posted flyers, went to clubs, gas station, housing projects, everywhere they could in search of Samantha. They asked everyone they saw if they knew a dancer named Sunshine, and no one had seen Samantha. Samantha's family says she would never leave her daughter Alexis, and her mother, Barbara Ash, feels her daughter is deceased. I just feel in my heart that she's no longer here, and this is what she told Winston-Salem Journal. Okay, I'm struggling getting through that name. I keep trying to avoid it, but you know, hey. She wants to know where her daughter is. According to the journal, Cedric sued Sean Diddy Combs for an attack that took place at a concert at Joel Coliseum in '95. So wow, I was not expecting, celebrity names to pop up, but there it is. The boyfriend of Samantha, aka Sonjah Barrymore, Cedric, he allegedly sued Sean Diddy Combs for an attack that took place at a concert I wonder what that was all about. Let's get into it. Cedric said Diddy hired bodyguards to attack him. Okay, again, this is alleged. I don't know how true or false this is. Cedric said Diddy hired bodyguards to attack him after a concert. The music mogul settled the lawsuit in an undisclosed amount of money in 2006. So it must have been some truth to it. Cedric offered to pay $10,000 for any information that leads to Samantha's return. Cedric Lemon died of a drug overdose in 2018. Wow, y'all. Wow. Okay, cannot believe this. Samantha has never been found. I truly feel my child is deceased, Barbara Ash told the journal, and I just would like to have her remains. Samantha is 5'6" and weighs 115 pounds when she vanished. Okay, and if you have any information on Samantha Barrymore, you can call Winston-Salem Police Department, area code 336-773-7700. Y'all, this was deep. And if you're new to my channel, I don't know if, well, you obviously wouldn't know that I read these articles as I make the video. I don't pre-read most of the articles. That way you can get my true reaction. But this was deep. This was very, very deep. I also found some information on Elton Turnbull. And basically, I'm not really going to get real into that because it only proves what I have been saying throughout this whole video, that Elton Turnbull was not no small fish when he was in that game. He, according to that article, it was written back in 2015. He had been locked up at that time. I don't know if he's still doing time or what, but he was locked up, I believe, in California somewhere. But yeah, the article just proves that he wasn't no small fish. and he had connections to even like international drug traffickers. Okay, but it is amazing to me how these people, it just like went into this missing case, that missing case, it just kept connecting. And since I've been running Black Women Aware, I've never had that happen. But yeah, I will put the numbers to both police departments in the description box below. If you have seen or if you know anything about the whereabouts of Sonjah Kingston or Samantha Barrymore or even Sterling Porter, please call your local police department or call the numbers in the description and let them know you have information on these cases. I believe you can report anonymously. Okay. Hopefully, if the family of Sonjah Kingston or Samantha, aka Sunshine Barrymore, sees these videos, I can get them on for an interview so that we can find out more about the victims and hopefully either get the families some closure or find out where these people are. Okay, what do y'all think about this missing case? This video went longer than what I intended it to. It was just a lot of information to cover, but please let me know down below what you think about this case. Please remember that on Black Women Aware, I do not allow any disrespect for victims. Okay, I immediately block for that, because if you just go down my timeline, a lot of times families come back and they review my channel. Okay, and I don't want them seeing those things on this page. Okay, you can agree or disagree with their actions. You can have your own opinion. Just remember to keep it respectful. Okay, and like I always tell y'all at the end of every video, please be safe, be alert, and be aware. Please stick around for the special feature at the end of this video. But this is Candace Yvette, and I am signing off.
So I'm going to start off by saying to all my ladies, to all my girls, y'all really need to start knowing what's going on around y'all, being very aware of y'all surroundings. Y'all need to carry y'all protection everywhere, because like shit is really getting real out here. Like, it's some real weird ass shit going on around here. I'm gonna start off by saying that. So as of now, I'm located in Houston, Texas, and everybody know that Houston is like number one, number two, whatever it is, for trafficking. Like, it's really some weird ass shit, dog. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and just get the story started. So I was just coming from a meeting at about, I would say like 8-ish maybe, and I work out every day. So I just go to my apartment gym to work out. So boom, I'm in the gym or whatever, and I'm on a treadmill. Now I'm walking on the treadmill because that's how I start my workouts out. And how my apartment's set up, so it has windows in front of the treadmill. Treadmill is, you can see through the window, but it was so dark that night that you could see what's going on behind you. So I'm watching what the fuck going on behind me, because I'm a very paranoid person. Like, so when I get in the gym, I'm already seeing that I'm working out with two people. Now those two people wasn't even talking to each other. They didn't acknowledge each other when I was in there. Like, they was just, you know, working out. So I'm thinking, okay, cool, I'm about to be working out too. But so I would say about 15 minutes into me walking on the treadmill, 3-4 more guys come into the gym. Now at this point, I'm a little like, I'm the only girl up in here. Like, hold on, let me just watch what the fuck going on. So I'm steady looking in the window, looking behind me. So they come in, and then everybody all of a sudden know each other. So I'm like, hold on, red flag number one. How the fuck all y'all know each other, and you two that was just in here wasn't even acknowledging each other? Red flag number one. So I continued to go on the treadmill, trying to, you know, just finish my workout. But I could not shake this feeling, y'all. Like, it was just a feeling in my heart. Something was not right, y'all. So what tripped me out about it is, as I'm looking in the window, looking behind me, the guy in the U of 8 shorts, he just pacing the room. Why the fuck are you not working out? You come up in here to work out. Why are you not working out? Red flag number two. Guy was just sending me signs after signs after signs, y'all. So y'all, the part about it that tripped me out the most, the guy in the U of 8 shorts, who I think is the ring motherfucking leader, he keep going back to the exit door. I'm like, why the fuck is he going to the exit door when the main door over here? Like, what are you doing? So y'all, I'm gonna have to make a part 2 because I'm running out of time. But y'all, Please stay tuned, because y'all, this is really not a joke. Like, for real, this is really not a joke until it happens to you. So please, y'all. Shit, I put 2 and 2 together. I'm like, this motherfucker checking to see if this motherfucking exit door open or closed. Like, what the fuck? Y'all, as soon as I noticed that, I kid y'all not, I popped that motherfucking emergency stop on that treadmill, got my mace in my right hand, got my keys and everything, and I started walking to the main door. Now, mind you, the main door is across the room. They all spread out across the gym, all in different sections, I guess trying to ambush me. So I'm trying to go to the main door. So as I'm leaving, how the gym set up, it has mirrors in the back of the gym. So it's mirrors right on side the main door. So as I'm walking towards the main door, I'm looking in the mirrors. So here come the guy in the U of A shorts again, following behind me. I swear to God, I was so scared in the inside, but on the outside, I was showing no weakness to this motherfucking people, because y'all not about to get me. Y'all are not about to catch me lacking at all. So y'all, right before I put my hands on the main door to get me out, I turned around, because he was literally right on my trail, y'all. Like, I can't make this shit up. He was literally right on my trail, and I literally had to gather everything inside me to not show I was scared, to show no weakness, to just, I put on my man voice. I turned around and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what the fuck? So he looking at me, I'm looking at him. I said, try it. Go ahead, try it. So he's just steady looking at me like, yeah, try it. Go ahead. I bet y'all miss all you motherfuckers up here. Y'all gonna get down or lay down. I swear to God. So y'all, by that time, I'm out the door. I'm looking behind my shoulder, trying to see what's going on, trying to see if they follow me. Like, I literally, how my apartment is set up from the gym is like 3 apartments away. So I'm literally taking every other different alternative to get to my apartment than my normal way, just in case these people is following me, y'all. Like, this shit literally had me so shooken up. Like, I was so scared. Like, y'all, you really think that this cannot happen to you, or, you know, your apartment is safe, but it is really not. It's full of fucking weirdos. And the thing about it is, y'all, my apartment's supposed to be luxury apartments. So why the fuck do you not have cameras in your gym? Like, what if they would have literally took me, deal with that, whatever they tried to do to me, and it was their word against me? Y'all, it literally would have been 6-7 people words against mine. 6-7 white people were against mine. They not about to catch me lacking. Fuck that. And this is literally the only place I do not take my gun. The only place, because I be like, what I need to take a gun to go work out for? Fuck that. My gun going everywhere. It's going everywhere. I don't care anymore. It's going everywhere. Moral of the story, y'all. Please stay alert and attentive to your surroundings. Please. Because these people don't give a fuck about us. It's a lot of weird shit going on, and it's literally you against them. So please stay alert. Please keep your weapons. Please keep your protection with you, and know your surroundings. Know your surroundings. I don't even care. Stay alert, y'all. Like, stay alert. Like, for real.